Hello, everyone. This is Denise at All My Dolls, and this is a quick look at the 2025 holiday doll, the Glimmering Gold doll. And so I ordered her Wednesday when she came up for Berry members, and she arrived Saturday. I honestly want to say that's the fastest I've ever received a doll before, and I didn't pay anything extra. It was just, I'm really surprised she shipped that fast. And I ordered Elsa maybe Monday or Tuesday, and they actually came at the same time, which was pretty cool. So I don't want to say this was an impulse buy, but kind of. I had not really been paying attention to my emails. I just happened to see this on Facebook and then on Instagram. And I was like, why didn't I get an email? And I went back through my emails and texts. And I'm like, oh, I actually did get one. And AG is really throwing a lot of dolls at people. I toyed with getting Raquel, but I didn't really feel like she added anything special to my collection, even though I do always want to support representation. And then, of course, I didn't get Wednesday because I'm just not actually a Wednesday fan. I kind of lightweight regret that, but not really. And I didn't get any of the Wicked stuff because I don't really care for Wicked. And the plan had been to get one of the new Truly Me's so I can get matching jacket. Haven't really decided yet, but getting Elsa did help me decide which Truly Me I would get if I had to get a Truly Me in order to get the what's it, Star Squad? The Star Squad jacket. So at any rate, I saw this girl, and I don't have Holiday doll, and the other collector doll I had was Barbie, which I was really satisfied with, even though I was never a big Barbie fan either. And she's really pretty, and she was the color of Josefina that I'm actually missing that I would have had to order for a CYO. So it seemed like a good idea to get her so I would have one holiday doll. And she wasn't pink. So I thought that was a plus. I'm kind of wishing I had gotten the one, what was that, 2 years ago? That looked like Game of Thrones slash Lord of the Rings type with the Mary Grace. I mean, to be honest, I think that's why I liked Elsa. I had actually thought about that, but yeah, maybe that's why I was feeling this whole Elsa super pale blonde vibe because I didn't get that doll. Wish I had. So I got this one. I was really hoping that I would be impressed because, to be honest, once you get a certain amount of dolls or certain kinds of dolls, AG kind of has to go out there really to impress you. I'm not like a big jewelry person, so the crystals really wasn't a big factor, but it's nice to have a doll with the crystals. But more importantly, it was the Josefina face mold in this skin tone. And it really was the dress because I wanted something that was to my taste and not just because it was collector. So I opened the box and I I think she's very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Is she like super unique? Like the other doll was. I wish I could remember what her name was, but I really want to say she's 2022. Maybe she's 2021. Not really. She's kind of like pretty normal for holiday dolls, but she is really, really pretty. And the makeup on her that I can see through the box is really pretty. The accessories are pretty. The dress is not overdone. It's a really pretty dress, and this box is really pretty. And so this is the first time I actually got a doll in the box and said to myself, oh, I really just don't want to take her out the box because she's just absolutely gorgeous in the box. So I'm still going to take her out of the box. might put her back in the box for Christmas, just so I kind of get that like snow globe kind of feel. But she's gorgeous. The box is gorgeous. And I'm just really thrilled about her. So let me go ahead and take her out the box. From what I can tell, she's standing pretty stiff and solid right out of the box. Her limbs are fairly tight. Just going to give you a little close-up of her glittery bag. It's really cute. Every girl should have a accessory bag to go with their outfit. I don't really do much with the accessories. So usually what I will do is kind of pack them away. But since my intention is to put her back in the box for the time being, I'll just stick it back in the box. So I'm going to take off her crown and bring it closer. Ooh, try to see if you can get a good look at that. It's really quite beautiful. Someone on Instagram, I can't quite remember who it is, almost dropped it, mentioned that the crown does not have any teeth on it. I had actually thought about that till now. And so it actually tends to fall out of the hair, and they've gotten a scuff mark on their doll's nose from it. And so more than likely what I'm going to do is, well, like I said, she'll be in the box, first of all, at least until the winter season is over. And then after then, I will dress her like normal dolls, basically. And so I may never take the hairnet off. I'll just tell you that. Number 123, I think it is. Whatever the other Makana mold is that came in that holiday set, I think it was on the last Costco sets with the donuts. 2 years ago, maybe it was. I've never taken her hairnet off either. All the Trillimes are all lined across the wall. And I mean, it would get smushed anyway, so I've never taken her hairnet off. I might never take her hairnet off. At any rate, at the end of the season, I'll take all this stuff off. But in the meantime, she'll go into the box until Christmas. Then I'll take her out and display her. Then I'll take all this stuff off. I still might glue a hair comb here so that we don't have this problem. Because I would not be particularly happy if this particular doll got scuffed. So here's her bracelet. And basically the bracelet is very much the same as the, what are we calling those stars? Yes, the stars on the crown. Her earrings are tiny stars on the crown. And her necklace are tiny stars. I guess I could just move her closer to you. Give you a closer look. It's really pretty. You know what? When I just kind of jumped and bought it. Mainly, I bought her because I wanted the points, or I would have waited and bought her later. But I don't have a holiday doll, and I kind of wish I had bought like the Stardust doll so many years ago. But I'm not a big fan of colored hair, so I figured I'll just go ahead and get her because I don't have the skin tone for the whole Safina mold. And I really, really like her. I really, really like her. I was kind of waiting for a doll that I really, really liked. And I kind of got her anyway. And I'm really glad I have her. She's very pretty. The dress here, there are Swarovski. Hope I got that one right. Swarovski. I actually have to look at it to see. If I could remember what it's spelled like, I'd remember how to pronounce it. And so we've got a couple layers here. Well, first of all, she should have on gold undies. Yeah. And she's got the, oh, now I got to get closer again. So here are her slippers with crystals on them. Toes are kind of cute. Okay, and then her little yellow undies. And then this star pattern underskirt. It's kind of satin-like. It's kind of stiff, not as stiff as Tiana's dress, moderately stiff. It still has pretty decent movement to it. And I know some people were saying that they felt like the stiff was kind of cheap, but no, the stiff is kind of the way it's sort of supposed to be for these type of gowns. So, I mean, that's not unusual. And then we have, feels like 2 layers. Nope, it's actually 3 layers of a very soft and sparkly tulle. I think there's another name for this type of tulle. I very seldom use this type. It's very soft and veil quality, not really a stiff kind of tutu tulle. And then the stars here that are sewn on, some gold, a few silver, kind of gives it a nice depth effect. Crystals, there are crystals, I'd probably say that's 3/4 around. Then she's kind of got like a sheer one shoulder thing going on, which I think is really cute. Well, kind of wishing you could see this hair, but like I said, I'm not taking it out of the net anytime soon. And it's kind of like a softer, looser, more consistently patterned Yvette. I know some people are saying they are concerned about her hair and whether it'll be easy to manage. Well, okay, so if you're a child playing with this expensive collector's doll, I might be a bit concerned about that. If you are an adult playing with this expensive collector's doll, I think you'll be just fine as long as you are careful. For Yvette, I don't actually do anything to her. I generally cover her head when I'm changing her with a hairnet. I do keep extra hairnets and I actually have like hair ties. And I don't have a bonnet for her like Claudie, but I do have a kerchief that goes over her head. And pretty much I'm okay with the fact that the hair will never be 100% like it is when you buy her new. The only way that's ever going to happen is if you keep the hairnet on. So that's not a total problem for me. I can make it look reasonably like it is for the most part by braiding it or rolling it and just dunking it in, for me, just water that is out of the tap. That's generally hot enough to set it. For Moana, I've got a couple like that who just have that hair. For me, this kind of wavy, curly hair like Yvette and Moana is actually easier to deal with than the spiral curls. Or any curls, actually, because even Blair's curls over there, when it's time to deal with them, they really have to be rolled and set. Gabriella, unfortunately, that video is from the other channel that I lost. And I might find some of that somewhere. I have to look. But that video really detailed how I did all of her braids individually. Cecile, same thing with her. I wrapped them all individually with a pencil. Number 26. Who is she? 49, 50. She's not 85. 54, 56, 50. Can't remember which one she is, but she's the Eddie mold in the 50s. The video is on this channel. You know what I mean? So the girls with the wavy hair, I can really just braid and dunk them in hot tap water. It's the girls with the curls that have me the most worried. So pretty much that's where we're at. Now, I feel like I've talked a whole lot, and what I really want to do is put her next to the Barbie to look at the skin tone. So let me go ahead and take the Barbie out the box. So here are Barbie and the, what is she called? The shimmering, no, the glittering gold holiday, glimmering gold holiday doll. Here we go. So, they look pretty similar in skin tone to me. Look like they have the same skin tone. But they don't quite have the same face shape. There's just a little variation between these two Josefina molds, which is really neat. The Barbie, of course, looks way taller because she's on her stand. Barbie was back in the box, and basically because if you know my other channel, I spin yarn, and this is yarn spinning season, and so last thing we want is a bunch of wool all over these two girls. So she was back in her box, and it really just, at this point, with the amount of dolls I have and the space I have, it's so much easier just to put these girls back in their particular box. It just kind of works out better that way. So at any rate, I keep thinking somebody's going to get that hairnet off. And I don't know if it's going to be Barbie or the glimmering, sparkling girl. I haven't decided yet. I don't know, somebody will get added to the regular lineup of Truly Me's getting changed. You might both get changed, actually. But somebody's going to get their hairnet off. I have to figure out who it is. So basically, this is where I'm at. So, do you need this doll? Of course you don't. I'm not really an enabler, am I? Am I happy that I bought this doll? Yes. Does she add something different to my collection? Well, she's a holiday doll, so of course she does. I don't know. I just like her. I think she's really pretty. And you know what, too? I think she's not so overdone that I can't use her as a normal doll. And if I had gotten whichever one that was, for like me, I can never remember her name, but the Nanea mold with all the colored hair, and she was gorgeous. The purple outfit, very gorgeous. But if I had gotten her, she is so different from my other crew. I really would have felt weird using her as an everyday normal doll. So this works out pretty well. Alrighty, that's enough of that. It's time for me to get my fall clothes going so I can get these lovely ladies dressed for fall and winter. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.